Hi, this is Tisch Aitken, and is the weekly report. It is Friday, May 17th, 2024. We're on the brink of the luckiest day of the year. It may not feel that way right now because everything that's been happening, we've been dealing with heavy Chiron issues, which deals with heavy deep-seated wounds and painful issues. A lot of people have been dealing with health situations. There has been a lot of tough stuff for many people, and we now have Neptune at the final degree of the zodiac and of Pisces, where it can feel really trippy. And people, the mental health epidemic it already is really bad. It's something where we're gonna be forced to really look at it and come together in love. But if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling drained, that's part of it. But let's tune into the magic. So we had the Mercury enter Taurus yesterday. Remember that Mercury was in Aries from the end of March, I think the 20th. I'm a little bit tired because Neptune's squaring my ascendant. Thank you. But and then it retrograde on April Fool's Day, bringing in the joke on all of us because it was in the window of the eclipse corridor. We had the first eclipse on March 25th, a lunar eclipse in Libra at 5 degrees, and then we had the total solar eclipse, the huge whopper, on April 8th. And in that story, in that trajectory, Mercury, pardon me, I have also sinus issues right now, but Mercury met up with Chiron 3 times in the sky, reinforcing the healing that we all need to do. Aries is a very cardinal, take charge sign. It's cardinal fire, goes for it. It catalyzes the spring season, the sign of Aries, and it launches the astrological new year. But in that, giving us an opportunity to re-examine how we can have courage to heal, but a lot of people feeling very angry and incensed by a lot of things going on. And now we are in the peak of Taurus season. There are 5 planets transiting in Taurus right now up until Monday, because the sun will enter Gemini at 8:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 20th. But as I speak right now, we've all got Mercury, the planet of communication, Uranus, the planet Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity and desire and harmony. Uranus, the planet of chaos and brilliance and invention. And Jupiter, the grand benefic, the planet of opportunity and expansion. The sun leaves Gemini on May 20th. More importantly, Jupiter leaves Taurus. Jupiter leaves Taurus on May 25th. So we're at the end of Jupiter in Taurus, and it met up with Uranus, that new 13-year story about expanding the chaos realistically, because that's happened, but also expanding the inventiveness, the brilliance, the networking capacity of that, breaking through from blocks you may have. And this weekend, no matter where you're at mentally, because with Neptune at the last degree of Pisces, it can be very emotional. It can be sensitive energy. And that's something we're working with on and off through next year. The Neptune's going to leave Pisces altogether. It's been there since 2011. It's a long time. And so with that said, again, tomorrow, Jupiter Cazimi, that's a big deal. Jupiter, pardon me, Jupiter is the luckiest planet. It meets up with the sun at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's within 17 minutes of the arc of the sun. It's very close. When a planet is close to the sun, like 7 or 8 degrees, when it gets close to it, the sun can burn it up and scorch it and take away the power. So if it were combust, that's the expression, then Jupiter could be more like Kronos, the limping old man, and not so optimistic and ready to take it all on. But now he is. Or she is, or they are, because Jupiter is, the sun is bringing, the sun is a very strong, the sun is really strong life force and power. And it's not a planet, it's a luminary, but it lights up the energy of Jupiter, which is the luckiest planet. Opportunity, expansion, higher wisdom, knowledge, promotion, publicity, travel, taking workshops, feeling optimistic, benevolence. It's a very, very positive planet. When Jupiter comes into contact with challenging aspects, it can expand the chaos too, even though it is the luckiest planet. But in this case, we have the sun exemplifying all the positive aspects of Jupiter in Taurus, which is so fertile. Taurus rules the earth. We've got Mercury newly in Taurus. Well, early today, at 1:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury formed a challenging aspect to Pluto, the planet of death and regeneration, eliminating the fears, because fear is going to be prominent with Neptune at the last degree. Fear's not going to help us. It's okay to feel scared and vulnerable, and that's a human thing, especially right now. But tap into your imagination. Neptune is the subconscious mind. So with that said, you've got Mercury squaring Pluto. Eliminate the fears if you can, or focus on trying to tap into magic as much as you can. You've got Venus still in Taurus until the 23rd of May. That's beautiful. Venus will meet up with Uranus tomorrow, 7:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the sun met up with Uranus on Monday, and there were a lot of twists and turns. We always feel Uranus before it's exact, so we probably are feeling it now, right? Because Mars and Uranus we feel before they become exact. So this past Monday, the sun met up with Uranus and Taurus. And over the weekend, there were a lot of sudden events I heard about. There were twists and turns for me on Monday as well. Very, very chaotic energy. But I think in this case, this chart is beautiful. You've got Venus meeting up with Uranus, bringing a creative flair, maybe being in the right place at the right time. It can be very convivial, fun, social energy. Something could come up suddenly for you in a good way. Could be disruption, but we've got the Jupiter Cazimi. Pray, meditate, get your crystals, go into nature if you can, take a walk, go to the park. If you're in a city, go by a lake, go by the ocean if you can. That would be awesome. Get your crystals. Do some kind of a ritual, whatever speaks to you. Everybody has their different themes and different ways to do it. But write down a few intentions and really be specific, because this is doesn't happen very frequently, and it's a very, very lucky energy. Venus rules the sign of Taurus. It's a sign ruled by Venus, known as the lesser benefic of the zodiac. Still lovely, right? And then we've got Jupiter still in Taurus, a couple weeks more, and we've got the sun until Monday, okay? Because the sun will change on at 8:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and enter Gemini, giving us a preview of Jupiter in Gemini, which is going to be more scattered. It's technically in its detriment because it rules the opposite sign of Sagittarius. And Jupiter in Taurus right now, where we have it, is very fertile and abundant. But I also am looking forward to Jupiter and Gemini in that it brings a lot of different opportunities. It's like the Lover's card. I don't find it necessarily a really negative placement in people I have. Some planets, when they're in their detriment or fall, I see it more clearly. It may be more challenging. This means going out and, socializing, learning, joining local groups, getting involved locally in your community or local businesses, making some new friends in your area. That's not a bad thing. It can be scattered, definitely. It can be like you want to do a lot of things at once and maybe harder to focus. But back to this weekend, we are really working with magic. And on Sunday, the sun forms a very positive aspect to Neptune, also reinforcing the dream, not the shadow side of Neptune, which is fear and deception and self-undoing. The positive, tapping into dreams. Even if you feel scared right now, say, tap into what you're grateful for, what makes you feel happy, and what your plans are for the future. Okay, because Uranus is part of this story. Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius, and Pluto's in Aquarius the next 19 years. But I'm so hyper focused on Saturn and Neptune in Pisces because that deals a lot with addiction and depression and people feeling like their dreams are not possible. And I'm very concerned about a lot of us out there. It's a very, very tough time. And so let's work with the magic. Let's come together again, 5 planets in Taurus, if that's a fixed sign, if you know Taurus is like I do, the one in particular, and I want to give a shout out to Swami, turned 97 on May 15th. Well, that's a big deal. Okay. He's got a memory like you couldn't believe. Well, Tauruses usually do. It is very retentive. He wouldn't let go of his records for years either. But if you could give a shout out to Swami, happy 97th birthday, that would be awesome. Make magic. That guy is so creative. It's unbelievable. And he, not only if he hadn't been in music, he would have been a gourmet chef or could have been a writer. He could have done a lot of things. That guy is really creative. Tap into your inner creative. You are a deliberate creator. And in manifesting, you're going to tap into a lot of creative ideas. You are the source, and the source is within you. And so it is. And you know that the sun leaves Gemini on enters Gemini on May 20th. Jeez. Okay. And it'll be there through June 20th when we have the summer solstice. Uh, Eliminate what you need to let go of right now and tap into magic this weekend. And I wish you so much luck and thank you.